Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Jim Morris. I'm a licensed psychotherapist and musician sharing the healing power of music. And today we're going to take a look at Melanie Martinez with Sippy Cup.
Blood still stains when the sheets are washed. Sex don't sleep when the lights are off. Kids are still depressed when you dress them up. And syrup is still syrup in a sippy cup. He's still dead when you're done with the bottle. Of course it's a corpse that you keep in the cradle. Kids are still depressed when you dress them up. Syrup is still syrup in a sippy cup. Blood money, how do you afford this ring that I love, honey? Just another shift at the drug company. He doesn't think I'm that fucking dumb, does he? It doesn't matter what you pull up to your home. We know what goes on inside. You call that ass your own. We call that silicone, silly girl. We're silly boys. Blood still stains when the sheets are washed. Sex don't sleep when the lights are off. Kids are still depressed when you dress them up. And syrup is still syrup in a sippy cup. He's still dead when you're done with the bottle. Of course it's a corpse that you keep in the cradle. Kids are still depressed when you dress them up. Syrup is still syrup in a sippy cup. Diet. If they give you a new pill, then you will buy it. If they say to kill yourself, then you will try it. All the makeup in the world won't make you less insecure. You got weights in your pockets when you go to the doctors. Your favorite candy's cotton, that's why all your teeth are rotten. Silly girl, the silly boy.
The seemingly perfect family. No such thing. We've got a train wreck here. Family dysfunction at its finest. There's secrets being kept from one another, from people outside the home. You've got this hidden turmoil that's going on. This metaphor of a sippy cup is very clever in that it symbolizes an attempt to disguise what is really their bitter truth. And this household is trying to keep a lid on that sippy cup so that the truth doesn't spill over. And good luck with that. You know, substance abuse, an issue, drugs, alcohol to cope is nothing new with many families. But you can know it never gets to the root cause. Not dealing with the emotions and trying to self-medicate and to numb yourself, it's been around forever and a day. And yet people still struggle with it and still have not grasped the truth that whether you are attempting to put a lid on the drink or not, it's gonna spill at some point. And it's going to be a mess that is going to have to be cleaned up. Part of that, and I'll talk about that more in a moment, is denial and repression that comes into the picture. And I'm already seeing some of that. Let's go ahead and continue and see what else we've got.
Blood still stains when the sheets are washed. Sex don't sleep when the lights are off. Kids are still depressed when you dress them up. And syrup is still syrup in a sippy cup. He's still dead when you're done with the bottle. Of course it's a corpse that you keep in the cradle. Kids are still depressed when you dress them up. Syrup is still syrup in a sippy cup. Sippy cup, sippy cup, in a sippy cup. Sex don't sleep when the lights are off. Kids are still depressed when you dress them up. And syrup is still syrup in a sippy cup.
Okay, that's a good place to pause here. This line about blood still stains when the sheets are washed. No matter how hard we try to clean it up and to pretend that this isn't something that anybody's really going to notice or see. So we really don't have to worry about doing what's really required, the hard work of making sure that this is not going to remain an issue. Oh no, it's much easier just to pretend. Denial and repression, alive and well within this dysfunctional family and within many, I said it 3 times, dysfunctional families throughout the world. This is an issue. This is a human issue. This isn't an issue that's just for a particular culture, a particular race or ethnicity. This is a human problem. Humans can so easily use denial and repression to not have to deal with underlying issues. And they turn around and wonder why they've been struggling with the same things in many cases for years and years. And it's a shame. And it is a difficult thing for me to witness and to see people struggle with, especially when it's preventable and it's curable. But in order for the shift to occur, you have to go through a process that is going to involve some level of disillusionment. And that's another thing that people will avoid at all cost. And what I mean by that is that when you shift from an idolized view of what's going on within your family to the reality of what's going on in your family with a more realistic view, that's painful. That's not easy. So don't misunderstand me. I'm not making light of it. It's something that I'm really passionate about because I see it all too often in my private practice. And I want people to understand that when you model this type of behavior for your kids, what do you think they're going to end up doing as they get older and become adults themselves? They're going to be emulating this type of unhealthy behavior in order for them to be able to cope with their hidden pain, because this is how they saw their role models doing it. Okay, so that's the end. So I want to close with this. The sippy cup also represents childhood innocence. And what we're seeing here is the corruption of that innocence, that corruption of something that's pure. Adult issues can really damage a child's psyche. And I've received a lot of comments in other videos where people have opened up and shared about their experiences in this particular area, where their role models left them traumatized and dealing with issues that they continue to struggle with today. And that's understandable, because teaching the child unhealthy ways to cope with hidden pain is something that is hard to break, because it's been going on for years and years and years. They've seen this and grown up with it. It's been their influence in many cases for decades. And so I am really appreciative of Melanie Martinez's commitment to helping us to be able to talk about these issues, to spread awareness about these challenges, and to be able to come together and experience the healing power of music. So I want to thank you for watching and helping me to be able to reach that goal. One of the simple things that you can do is to give the video a thumbs up, to subscribe if you haven't already. We also have memberships here on YouTube. We've got a merch store with merch like the cap that I'm wearing here with a simple message on it that will bring awareness to people whose paths you may come across day to day that you may not even know, to get them to start thinking about listening to music and approaching music in a different way, because there really is healing that's available for everybody, and there's no one who is exempt from needing to experience some healing in one way or another. So thank you for partnering with me in that way. And until next time, I look forward to sharing with you again.